Okay, so we are now in the fourth video for the Type 1 of the Assessment 2 on Topic 4. This is Basic Algebra and Algebraic Manipulations. Okay, so let's start with, this is number 6. And basically we have two questions for number 6. And all we have to do is to express the given fractions as a single fraction. Let's take the first one. The first one is 2x over 3 plus x over 5. So adding algebraic fractions is the same as adding, basic fractions, the usual fractions. So if you look at the given expression is 2x over 3 plus x over 5. The fractions have different denominators. So just as we add the similar fractions in grade school, we will apply the same idea, and the goal is to make the denominators the same. Now, there are many ways. There are many ways to make the denominators the same, but in this solution, I'll show you one of those many ways, and that is by multiplying by a number so that the denominators will be the same. So what I mean by that is, if I have 3 and 5, then I know that I can make the denominators equal to 15. So to make 3 15, I have to multiply that by 5. So you see the 5 here, that will be multiplied to 3. Now you just can't, multiply 3 by 5 without considering the numerator. Otherwise, you'll be changing the value of the fraction. So to make the fraction the same, you have to multiply also the numerator by that same number, 5. Okay, so 2x over 3, this 2x over 3 will be multiplied by 5 over 5. Okay, and the same way, if I have to make this 5 15, I have to multiply the 5 by 3. So multiplying the 5 by 3 will also force you to multiply x by 3. So you have 3 over 3. And when you simplify this will be 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. 2x times 5 will be 10x. X times 3 is 3x. Now that we have the same denominators, we can now combine them in a single fraction. So you have 15, and then a single fraction, that means 10x plus 3x. And 10x plus 3x is basically 13x. So we have the final answer as 13x. That's 13x over 15. Okay, in letter B, we're supposed to combine p minus q over 5 and p plus q over 10. So it's the same idea. The denominator should be the same. Now, if you look at it, you should be able to see that 5 is actually a factor of 10. So the LCD that we want for this fraction will be 10. So how do you make 5 10? That is when you multiply it by 2. So you have the whole fraction multiplied by 2 over 2. And then you don't need to do anything on the p plus q over 10 because the denominator is already 10. So once you have the 2 over 2 multiplied to p minus q over 5, that will mean 2 times p minus q. You can write that in this form. That's 2 times p minus q. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. And by the moment that the denominators are the same, you can make a single fraction. So a single fraction here. Then you have the 2 times p minus q. This is your 2 times p minus q. This is your p plus q. And then the next step would be to simplify the numerator. And that would mean 2 times p, that's 2p. 2 times q is 2q. Note how I follow the symbol minus. So 2p minus 2q, that's your first two terms. And then we just simply copy p and q. And from here, if you don't want to directly add the variables p and q, you can regroup or group them in such a way that the p's are next to each other and the q's are next to each other. So 2p, so this 2p and the p will be written as 2p plus p. Then minus 2q, so note how I carried the minus sign on the 2q, so minus 2q and then plus q. Then combining the p, that's a 2p plus p is 3p, minus 2q plus q will mean minus q. So that means our fraction in simplest form or in a single fraction will be 3p minus q over 10. Okay, so here we saw, actually there are just two essential ideas on how to combine fractions as a single fraction. That is, first you have to check whether you have the same denominators. If not, then you have to find the LCD. And that's multiplying by a certain number to make the denominators the same. And then very crucial also is on how to apply rules on combining like terms and the distributive law and how you simplify a given expression. Okay, so that's for this video. So I hope you understand how to add fractions now and make them as a single fraction. So this is type 1 number. This is already in number 6. So I'll make another one or another video for number 7 and then one more after that for number 8 and 9. Okay, so that's for this video. Okay, so just make sure you look at your paper, compare the solutions, and if you made a mistake in these items, then you correct those mistakes and hopefully you'll be able to do that correctly in the next assessment. Okay, that's it.